Hello everybody and welcome to the Holy Cross Women's Basketball Show presented by Lundgren Honda of Auburn. I'm Andy Lacombe off Coach's bench again here to fill in for Kay Shea. And Coach, you know, we're talking as we wind down to the end of the regular season in the Patriot League. You guys are playing well but playing for positioning right now and where you'll fall in the postseason tournament.
Right, this is key down the stretch, Andy, for positioning and for seeding, and you want to finish in that top four, which would guarantee you a home game in the quarterfinals, and then obviously you'd really love to get to number 3, would be ideal, because then you would not have to play the host team. It's a Final Four this year, so the number 1 seed hosts the other 3 teams in a Final Four setup, which we haven't had. So seeding is really important. We have been playing well until last night, the Army game, where, and we talked off the air, we didn't play that badly, and I think 2.5 of the quarters anyway, we got off to a little bit of a slow start, but the second and third quarter were good, and then the wheels came off in the fourth. But until that, we had been playing good basketball and had some good wins, a great win against Lehigh and good win against Colgate that you were here at, and then a win on the road at Lafayette. So overall, we have been playing well. Now it's our job as coaches to get us back up and ready for the Final Four, 2 at home and 2 on the road. And we control our own destiny to finish third, but we got to take care of business one at a time.
Right, and you know, from what you've seen, obviously Army with their record, you know, they're leading the league right now,
right.
But there's a ton of parity in this league where you could go on the road, play great and lose,
yep.
And you know, you just never know what'll happen night in and night out right now.
Right, no question. I think Army is clearly the class of the league, and they've had a great year, but I think we saw last night it's not that they're not 30 points better than us. You know, the wheels kind of came off, as I said, but they're a great team, and Bucknell is a really good team, but we've played 2, you know, we had a 1-point game with a minute left at Bucknell. So, and then the parity, you saw Colgate coming in here as the 8 or 9 place team and give us everything we can handle. So on the parity from 1 to 10 is pretty good, with certainly Army at the top, Bucknell second, and then a bunch of teams in that next. But I don't think clearly Bucknell beat Army already, so sure. I don't think Army is unbeatable, and it should make for an interesting postseason.
And these last 4 games, how do you see your team in terms of progression? Obviously, the Army game was a tough fourth quarter and a
right.
tough way to lose, but how do you see that progression as you get into like really the key part now for you, this mini season right now?
Mini season it is, and that's what I called it last night after the game. I think we're all right. I think we were a little mentally tired last night, I thought, especially in that fourth quarter. We were a step slow and talked about that, and we haven't been practicing long, Andy. At this time of year, my father has always said that you got to cut down your practices, and we have an hour and 15 minutes, an hour and a half at the most, and so it's not that. I think last night was just one of those nights where we just weren't quite focused enough on doing our stuff. So that's going to be my big thing for this mini season. We have to be focused. We have to be ready in every game, and I think we got to play, 9 or 10 guys and try to rest guys. Trisha Byrne has a little bit of a foot injury, so we've been resting her, nothing major, and we got to get her rest, and the guys that have played a lot of minutes, get them rest and be ready. This is a mini season that's going to tell whether we're here in the Hart Center for a quarterfinal game or we're on the road. We're going to finish in that top 4, so this is make or break.
All right, so the last mini season, 3-2, we'll go over the last 5 games when we come back here on the Holy Cross Women's Basketball Show.
Welcome to the all-new Lundgren Honda of Auburn. Hi, I'm Christine Camo, welcoming you to our brand-new Lundgren Honda of Auburn dealership on Route 20 in Auburn. Our new facility offers a state-of-the-art showroom, customer lounge, cafe, children's play center, and a fully automated car wash. Our express oil change lanes will have you in and out in 30 minutes or less. Experience the Lundgren advantage for yourself. Visit Lundgren Honda of Auburn on Route 20. We're open 7 days a week. LundgrenHonda.com.
At Unibank, there's never been a better time to enjoy mobile banking, starting with a great rate. You'll also enjoy how Unibank puts ease into e-checking with 24-hour access to your accounts. Check balances, transfer funds, make deposits, and pay bills from anywhere, anytime, at your convenience. Learn more at unibank.com. Unibank. Big bank know-how, community bank attitude.
Percy's is a proud sponsor of the Holy Cross Women's Basketball Show. At Percy's, we've got it all. Appliances, electronics, televisions, and more. Percy's, 19 Glennie Street in Worcester, right off of Gold Star Boulevard. Visit us online at percys.com.
Established in 1939, Standard Auto is a name that you can trust. With over 40 acres of early and late model parts, Standard Auto has what you need. Bring us your worn out or used cars. Call us last for the best prices. Standard Auto, 257 Granite Street in Worcester. Portions of the Holy Cross Basketball Show are brought to you by Curtain Graphics, Southbridge Street in downtown Worcester.
Mark Bernier is your Worcester area Edward Jones financial advisor. Whether you're planning for retirement, college, or protecting your financial future, give Mark a call at 508-755-1213.
It all starts with a touch. The smallest thing that sets her heart in motion. The rhythm of love, the only jewelry powered by her heartbeat.
Visit us at the West Boylston DQ Chill and Grill on Route 12, right off of I-190 Exit 4. Visit us online at dqcakes.com. The Holy Cross Basketball Show is presented by Lundgren Honda of Auburn.
Welcome back to the Holy Cross Women's Basketball Show presented by Lundgren Honda of Auburn. And Coach, you talked about the mini season coming up. And I know you break your season into mini seasons a lot anyway. Yep. So the last 5, you're 3-2. It started with a win over Colgate. And this was, from being at this game, this was a good come from behind win here at the Hart Center. And, I don't know, you were pretty fired up about it. I think you like the effort of the team.
The spunk. Father K, our Father Kuzniski, our chaplain, keeps talking about the spunk of this team and losing Raquel and everyone counting us out. And they've been fighters and spunky and kept battling. And that was a game that we kept battling. It was, we would, tooth and nail, and we really couldn't score, and we were ready to get beat. Yeah. And I think we went to the 4-guard lineup in the second half. Andy, you were here, and Tricia Byrne kind of sparked us, and I think Katie Doherty hit a big 3, and it was a big win in a game that it looked like we could get beat, and we ended up with a 5 or 7 point victory that got us going. That was really key in the start of the stretch.
You look at that group with Byrne and Infinity Thomas Wahid and with Doherty, the way they've played now, as they've had more experience now in the league, the way they've played here in the last 5 games or so, what do you take from that? Well,
it's a real good sophomore class, and they're maturing and they're growing and they're getting better. And a lot of people have mentioned that. I love your sophomore guards, and I think you add Lisa to that, and then put Molly in the middle. We got a different lineup. What we've struggled with a little bit, and I think for the most part, Andy, we've done a good job, is when do you go to that? You can't go to that too early and wear them down. You got to go to them at the right time, and we went to them at the right time in that game. And then the following game at Bucknell, we went to them in the fourth quarter, and we were down 11. And we got it to 1. We just couldn't get over the hump. Tricia hit a 3 to get it to 1. And I think if we had taken the lead, we would have beaten them, but they came down and scored and got it back to 3, and we end up losing a close game at Bucknell. But it was the 4-guard lineup that got us back. And then I believe in the next game, the American game here, it was very similar, that we went to that fourth quarter to the 4-guard lineup, and we won a real tough home game here. No, it wasn't American. I'm sorry. It was the road game at Lafayette, that we did a similar thing. Sure. And we beat Lafayette by 3 there after being down at halftime, going to the 4-guard lineup. So that's the thing that has given us a little different weapon in this run.
What does it say about the group that you have, in that you've been in tight games, and there have been games where you probably haven't been able to finish, and you've lost the tight game, and then you have come back in games like Lehigh and then Lafayette on the road and come back to win. So you've been in tight games and lost, you've been in tight games and won. There's not, they don't get stuck in like a mentality of like, well, it's tight, we're not going to pull this one out.
Right, exactly, and that's your fear, that you're coming back and now all of a sudden you've lost 5 of your 6, and they've all been by 5 points or less, or 4 points. That you don't want to get into that, because now you're thinking the more you lose, the harder it is to win, and the more you win. Army's an example of that. the tougher it is to lose. You get a mentality. So that's a good point, that at least we have won a couple of these and we know we can come back and win. And who knows, the American game at American Saturday could be just like that. And we have got to go down there with an aggressive attitude, because that's a huge game. Navy has a tough game against Army, and Lehigh has a tough game at Lafayette, the rivalry game of the Lehigh Valley. So this is a big, big game for us Saturday, and that's what we're concentrating on. But this mini season is going to be huge to tell us where we're going.
All right, so you come back home. The Lehigh game was back and forth. You had the lead, then you lost the lead, and then Lisa Mifsud hits a three at the basically at the buzzer,
right?
And you win it in overtime.
Win in overtime, right? That was a great game. Alumni here, Pink Day, great crowd. It would have been a heartbreaker to lose, but you know, we're down 11 at half in that. We come back and I think we go up by 9,
right? And
we and Maddie Ganza, who had lost her starting job, hits a big three, hits a big layup, gets a big rebound, and I think that's the spunk of this team that I talked about. And then Tricia and Lisa and Infinity and Cato played really well. Lisa hits the three to tie it, and then we beat them in overtime. We go up 1, and Katie Doherty hits the big three at the top on a nice pass from Molly to give it for 4-point cushion, and just a great win. So, and Lehigh is one of the most talented teams in the league. That's not chopped liver that we beat. So that should give us some confidence. And how many times have we said it, Andy? It's going to come down to 3 games in March, and who's going to be playing their best. And that's still, you want to get that seeding, but you want to be playing your best basketball for those 3 games in
Certainly
March.
That was a big win. The Army game, just touching on it briefly, you're in it through 3 quarters, no question. You're within 10. And there was a point in the beginning when Minato, who's the star of that Army team, and she threw the ball away, and it looked like they could have been right for the picking a little bit. And then ultimately they just pull away with a explosive fourth quarter. But you see there, we talked about it earlier, you see that there's some opportunities against that team if you get them in the finals. Yeah,
and I think we learned, I thought Lisa had good aggressiveness against their pressure and getting up in us, that she went by them and created. I thought our sophomore guards for the first time in that game were a little tentative and back on our heels. And we talked about that after. They got to learn for that. So hopefully if we do get another shot at them, they'll be a little more aggressive, and we can sustain that for 4 quarters. So we certainly respect Army, but I wouldn't mind getting another shot at them. It probably, hopefully, would be in the finals, so we got some work to do to get there. But it's just mentality, and keep coaching them up and be ready to play our best 3 games for those 3 games in March.
I know this is the Holy Cross Women's Basketball Show, but Kelsey Minato's a pretty good ball player.
Yeah, she's a great. Jen Tolan asked me if she's the best I've coached or the best in the league ever, and she's certainly up there in the top 3. But we've had some pretty great ones, and in Anna Kinney and Amy O'Brien and Kathleen Courtney and others. But she's up there. But you know what's the best about her? Her unflappability, her poise. Even when Tricia did strip her, and she never got flustered, she never got rattled. She just does her thing. And I think that's a common thing with all the great players that I've coached and that I've coached against, that they have that poise and unflappability, if you will. All
right, time for a quick break. We'll come back, talk to some of the leaders of the Holy Cross Women's Basketball team. You're watching the Holy Cross Women's Basketball Show presented by Lundgren Honda of Auburn.
Welcome to the all-new Lundgren Honda of Auburn. Hi, I'm Christine Camo, welcoming you to our brand new Lundgren Honda of Auburn dealership on Route 20 in Auburn. Our new facility offers a state-of-the-art showroom, customer lounge, cafe, children's play center, and a fully automated car wash. Our express oil change lanes will have you in and out in 30 minutes or less. Experience the Lundgren advantage for yourself. Visit Lundgren Honda of Auburn on Route 20. We're open 7 days a week. LundgrenHonda.com.
At Unibank, there's never been a better time to enjoy mobile banking, starting with a great rate. You'll also enjoy how Unibank puts ease into e-checking with 24-hour access to your accounts. Check balances, transfer funds, make deposits, and pay bills from anywhere, anytime, at your convenience. Learn more at unibank.com. Unibank. Big bank know-how, community bank attitude.
The Bagel Inn, 785 Main Street, Route 122A in Holden. Open daily at 5:30 a.m.
New Tech Design is a proud supporter of Holy Cross women's basketball. Custom printing, embroidery, promotional items, and more. Visit us online at newtechdesignGroup.com.
Welcome to the Compass Tavern. At the Compass, we offer a delicious menu featuring the best American style and New England dishes made from scratch in our kitchen. Whether it's lunch, dinner, or special celebrations, the Compass Tavern is the place to go.
Before or after the Crusaders hit the court, come on down to Bentley Pub in Auburn, Route 12 near the junction of the Mass Pike. Visit us online at bentleypub.com.
City Trophy, conveniently located at 32 Auburn Street in Auburn. Portions of the Holy Cross Basketball Show are brought to you by the Texas Roadhouse, Lincoln Plaza in Worcester. Call-ahead seating is available at 508-853-7266. The Boynton, 117 Highland Street in Worcester. Visit us online at boyntonrestaurant.com. And by Cafe Espresso, 395 Chandler Street in Worcester. Portions of the Holy Cross Basketball Show are brought to you by O'Connor's Restaurant and Bar, 1160 West Boylston Street in Worcester. The Holy Cross Basketball Show is presented by Lundgren Honda of Auburn.
All right, welcome back. We are joined by Senior Garden Captain Kate Gillespie from the Holy Cross Crusaders. And Kate, just talk to us a little bit about, summing up that the 4 years now, you've got a couple of games here in the regular season, hopefully many more games in the postseason, but it's coming down to the wire now. Can you believe it?
I can't believe it. It's crazy. I actually, just before this, I was talking to Lori, who works in the Heart Center, and she was like, can you believe that you're a senior, that you're graduating? I was like, I can't believe it. The season has flown by. I know I was just saying I felt like we were at Penn State 3 weeks ago, and I can't believe we're down to only 4 more league games left before the playoffs. It's crazy.
What's this year been like? Obviously, Raquel, one of your teammates and classmates, goes down, but you guys seem to be battling it every game, and coming back in games, and there have been close games throughout. It seems like it's been almost like playoff-like for the last couple of weeks of watching this team.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we talk about it a lot at practice. Every game is important in the Patriot League because it's, you're working for a home game in the playoffs. So every game comes down to the wire. Every team is good. You can win every game, but you can also lose every game. So that makes it definitely hard. When Rock went down, it was tough, but I think our team showed a lot of resilience without her, and she's been great, on the bench and just talking us through everything and helping everyone out. So, I think we've recovered pretty well from that because that obviously was a huge blow. She was, best player, leading scorer and stuff. But I think other people have stepped up. Trisha Byrne has played great this year. I think Lisa's done a great job stepping up, Molly. So, I'm proud of the way that we've kind of rebounded from that.
What's it been like? And we have Lisa coming on as well, but talking about, a lot of those sophomore guards that you guys that you guys work with, and how has it been working with them from your role?
It's been good. Infinity and Katie and Trisha are all great players, so it's been a lot of fun. We get along. We all get along really well. We battle a lot in practice, so I think that helps everyone, get better, and we do different combinations of people, and I think that helps everyone when the games come down because, we're rotating people in and out, and I think the sophomores, they've done a great job this year. They've stepped up a lot, and I think they've been huge for us.
Coach gave me a bunch of notes, obviously, on what you're going to do for the future, but I can't say the internship you went. I can't memorize it. Talk a little bit about where you're going, what you want to do after you get out of Holy Cross, and what you've been up to on the side.
Yeah, well, I'm a political science major, so I had an internship this summer. I'm from DC, so downtown at a trade association called the National Association of Manufacturers. So it was a lot of lobbying and public policy stuff, working with Congress. We went to Capitol Hill a few times, which was really fun. So, I mean, I don't really have a job yet, but
I was a poli-sci major too. I know what you're talking about.
But, something along those lines would be great. And I want to head back to DC. It's such a fun city, and there's so much opportunity for young people. So, something.
DC, Worcester. All right, I won't put you on the spot. They're different places.
They're different, definitely.
But you've enjoyed your time.
Definitely. I love it up here. It's a lot of fun, actually. I'm excited because my little brother is graduating from high school this year, and he's actually going to Tufts next year to swim. So I'm going to have an excuse to come back up here and see everyone and stuff, so it'll be fun.
Awesome. Well, good luck down the stretch
here
and in the future. Kate Gillespie.
Thank you. Thanks so
much. Thanks so much. We're back with more on the Holy Cross Women's Basketball Show right after this. Visit us at the Commercial Fruit and Garden Outlet. Personalized fruit and gift baskets for the holidays or any occasion. 1050 Southbridge Street on the Worcester-Auburn line. Beautiful to look at, delicious to eat.
Jake's Wayback Burgers, Tobias Boland Way, right off of Route 146 in Worcester. Now accepting Holy Cross meal points.
The Fix Burger Bar. Handmade burgers, elixirs, and shakes for whatever ails you. 166 Shrewsbury Street in Worcester.
Specializing in wicked awesome bone-in and boneless wings, the Wicked Wing Company, 321 West Boylston Street in Worcester, is your home for the best wings in Worcester. Check out our menu online at wickedwingco.com.
Welcome to the all-new Lundgren Honda of Auburn. Hi, I'm Christine Camo, welcoming you to our brand new Lundgren Honda of Auburn dealership on Route 20 in Auburn. Our new facility offers a state-of-the-art showroom, customer lounge, cafe, children's play center, and a fully automated car wash. Our express oil change lanes will have you in and out in 30 minutes or less. Experience the Lundgren advantage for yourself. Visit Lundgren Honda of Auburn on Route 20. We're open 7 days a week. LundgrenHonda.com.
The Holy Cross Basketball Show is presented by Lundgren Honda of Auburn.
All right, welcome back to the Holy Cross Women's Basketball Show presented by Lundgren Honda of Auburn. We're joined by senior guard Lisa Mifsud. And Lisa, it's been 4 years now. And so here we go into your final stretch of your senior campaign, and hopefully plenty more basketball left to play. But as I asked Kate, how does it feel to be in this position, and can you believe it's already
No, it went by so incredibly fast. My parents always told me, like, take advantage of this, your college 4 years, and I never realized how fast it would go, and it's going to be definitely bittersweet, but I'm hoping that this end of the season we have a great end and hopefully win the Patriot League championship to end on a great note.
Let's talk about your style of play, because I've gotten to watch your game for the last couple of years. I haven't counted, but I think you hit the floor more than any other Holy Cross player I've ever seen. Now, maybe less so this year. I don't know if it's self-preservation, but
I've tried to.
You hit the floor a lot.
I know.
I mean, talk
yeah,
about the aggressive
I mean, sometimes
nature of the
when
game.
I have to get off a layup and there's big post players, I kind of flick the ball up, and just my momentum is bringing me down to the ground. I don't do it on purpose. The coaches yell at me because they think I have a better percentage when I stay on my feet. But I never do it on purpose. Even they think that I'm trying to draw the foul, but I just fall because I can't help myself. So I don't know. I guess that's how I was in high school too.
You need to put some armor on or something.
I know.
I mean, you just
but
hear the
luckily, I've
thud.
never really been that hurt or anything from a couple bruises. But
well, I've been
nothing
keeping
crazy.
track. I haven't kept the total tally on that, but I've been keeping track. Talk a little bit about this year. It's been kind of all over the place, but you had a shot here in the Lehigh game with 1.8 seconds left. Threw up the three, tied it. Go on to win in overtime. What was that like, first of all?
That was kind of a hectic last 19 seconds, but we were trying to I was trying to be set up for a three right away, but that I was obviously well played defensively, and Molly Horgan made a great rebound, found Trisha Byrne, and then she found me across the court, and I just thought that I had the best opportunity to throw up a shot, and luckily it went in.
Now that just sends you to overtime, so you still had work to do.
Well,
but what's your thought process?
I thought we had good momentum coming in because I thought we played a great last couple of minutes, but Lehigh hit a lucky corner three, and that really put them up by one. But I still was confident. I knew if we tied it up and we're going into overtime that we were going to win the game.
Playing with all those sophomores, I mean, they're obviously very talented group.
Yeah.
What's that been like for you?
No, it's great to have young bodies and just a lot of energy, like Trisha and Finn and Katie Doherty. They're just great players, and they're very smart. And so it's just nice to play with them, and also they're just they're like little Energizer bunnies out there.
As we wrap up, let's talk about Erie, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
It's where you're from, and you did some work with the Chamber of Commerce there. So what can you tell us about Erie if we wanted to go visit?
Yeah. No, I love Erie. Everyone makes fun of me because I talk about it a lot and I brag about it a lot. But during the summers, it's great, living right by the lake and going out on boats and jet skiing and just being by the water. I just love being by the water. So it's just fun. I suggest everyone to visit. Kate came and visited me 2 summers ago, and she loved it. She hasn't been back yet, so I don't know what that says. But no, it's fun. And my internship was very educational, and I just learned a lot. So
something you want to do down afterwards?
I don't know. I worked in economic development, so I was pretty much doing little things just to better Erie. One of the projects I worked on was getting enough money and like fundraising for flower pots, like to set them up to make the city look nicer.
Okay.
So it's just basic things, but it was nice. It was a good summer internship.
All right, so visit Erie and visit Lisa.
Yeah.
After the season's over. Thanks so much, Lisa.
Thank
Mifsud.
you.
Good
Thank
luck
you
to
for
the rest
having
of the
me.
way. Thank you. We're back with more after this.
Welcome to the all-new Lundgren Honda of Auburn. Hi, I'm Christine Camo, welcoming you to our brand new Lundgren Honda of Auburn dealership on Route 20 in Auburn. Our new facility offers a state-of-the-art showroom, customer lounge, cafe, children's play center, and a fully automated car wash. Our express oil change lanes will have you in and out in 30 minutes or less. Experience the Lundgren advantage for yourself. Visit Lundgren Honda of Auburn on Route 20. We're open 7 days a week. LundgrenHonda.com.
After the game, come on down to Flip Flops on Main Street in Holden. Good food, good friends, good times. Flip Flops on Main Street in Holden.
Percy's is a proud sponsor of the Holy Cross Women's Basketball Show. At Percy's, we've got it all. Appliances, electronics, televisions, and more. Percy's, 19 Glennie Street in Worcester, right off of Gold Star Boulevard. Visit us online at percys.com.
Chick-fil-A Westboro proudly supports the Crusaders women's basketball program. We would love the opportunity to serve you at our restaurant at 286 Turnpike Road, Westboro. Here's to a great season.
At Unibank, there's never been a better time to enjoy mobile banking, starting with a great rate. You'll also enjoy how Unibank puts ease into e-checking with 24-hour access to your accounts. Check balances, transfer funds, make deposits, and pay bills from anywhere, anytime, at your convenience. Learn more at unibank.com. Unibank. Big bank know-how, community bank attitude.
At Uncle Sam's, we use only the best ingredients available. Our dough is made fresh daily in our kitchen. Our hand-tossed pizza has tomato and basil sauce with just the right amount of spices, topped with our special blend cheese. Our family pizzerias are in the heart of downtown and offer casual dining, pickup, delivery, and our guarantee of delicious food and great service. We look forward to serving you.
It's Meze Greek Tapas Bar and Grill, Worcester's only authentic Greek tapas, 156 Shrewsbury Street in Worcester.
The Holy Cross Basketball Show is presented by Lundgren Honda of Auburn.
Welcome back to wrap things up with Coach. Coach, you know, you talked about the mini schedule, the mini season coming up, and you have Loyola twice, you have Boston University at home, and obviously you have American first. So
Right.
The keys to, you know, a strong finish and to get a home game in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, different teams and different, you know, we may have to press American a little bit. We're a little more athletic. Loyola is very athletic. We're probably going to have to slow them down. And BU is a team we press down in Boston. So it could be 4 different games, 2 playing one way, 2 the other. We got to focus on that. American's always a great trip. Kate Gillespie, who we just met, has the team down, her parents, for the American trip. It's always a highlight. And we've played well down there, knock on wood, but we got to get that one first. Then we're home on TV3. We always love to play in front of the TV3 cameras against the Loyola team that's going to be battling for, you know, a top 4 spot. That's going to be a great game against an athletic, shorter team. We got to go inside against them. BU for homecoming and the Turnpike Trophy, and then at Loyola to finish. So it's a great mini season, and it'll tell a lot about our team. And as coaches, we got to get them ready.
And you send off your seniors in that BU game as
Right.
well. And
Senior
so,
night, right.
You know, getting a strong finish for Lisa and for Kate and Molly. You know, and the way they've played, the way they played this season. How big a deal is that for you? Because I mean, you've had these women in the program for the last 4 years.
Yeah, it's really big. I always tell them, don't win it for Raquel and Molly and Kate and Lisa. Don't win it for them. Just go out there and play as hard as you can and make them proud that they're part of this team. And if you do that and you play hard and you play together and you play as a team, the win will come. The gravy will be to win. But regardless, if you get beat in some fluke or whatever, you still want to make it that those seniors are really proud to be a part of that team. That'll be my mantra for that game. And hopefully we can get that win, and hopefully the next show we're talking about a top 4 seed and going into the playoffs.
And gravy is always good.
Gravy
Coach,
is good on the mashed potato.
thanks so much. That's
right.
another edition of the Holy Cross
Good job.
Women's Basketball Show presented by Lundgren Honda of Auburn. We'll see you next time.